Okay, back again guys. Hope you're enjoying these videos. They're not boring you too much, but then I suppose you can always press stop. So we're carrying on, and I've just showed you this one on my last video. So on this video I managed to get hold of the Daily Record, which is a Scottish daily newspaper, Tuesday January the 12th 1975, and it's the new Bowie. I've been looking for this for a little while. It's an article I didn't have, and I've recently bought this one. Bowie comes clean for soul, and it's just about his change of image here, and how he's changed his haircut and what he's wearing and everything like that. So quite interesting, and a very small article, but unusual for him to hit the daily papers with that size article, so I thought, well, you might like to see it. The other one, it does say brace, we've got to brace ourselves as well. We always have to brace ourselves with Bowie, I think. The other one, which is really rare, is the Daily Mirror, and this is Monday, July the 23rd, 1973, where he's on the cover with Ange. And Have You Met Gyp Jones? And what she did, she sort of had a stage name that she designed called Gyp Jones, and she started sort of appearing as Gyp Jones. And that's what it's about. But there was also a double-page spread about that, which is here. Pop goes Paris, so needless to say they're in Paris, looking at fashion. And I suppose this, at the time, it was quite shocking really, for its time, I would say. And here it tells us she's now known as Gyp Jones. That's Bowie's wife Angie, who has enough of her own star quality to make the brand new. There we go. Quite a rare article. Can't be many of those left in the world, I wouldn't have thought. So that's that one. Right, I'm going to change folders now, just for a second. There we go. Okay, there's a poster of Bowie on the front on this one. And this one, we're going to look at some Sounds covers from the 70s. The first one I've got here is August the 19th, 1972. Sounds magazine featured him probably less on the cover than most of them, I would say. I haven't got too many Sounds covers. And there's a small article here about him as well, and it's just about quite a few American cities have found T-Rex's latest album, The Slider, a lot less interesting than Electric Warrior. And the person of interest these days in America is David Bowie, who will make his first LA appearance in October. So, not a bad picture of him on the front now. And then we move on to this one, and needless to say I had to buy this because you get the poster on the back page, so this is the whole of the cover, if you like, the front cover and the back cover, and that's the poster of Bowie you got, and I love that picture, so obviously I had to buy it. So that Sounds, and that is March the 3rd, 73, that one. And the next one is here with Inside the Court of Aladdin, and the advert for the album, and all the tour dates there as well. Quite like that one. And inside you've got a free David Bowie poster, which I have got, but it's not in this folder. I think I've showed you that one actually in a previous film. And here, another one here, and this is telling us that Bowie's going to play the Rainbow, which was in August 1973, and this is actually dated the 5th of August, this particular one, and it's a David Bowie exclusive. And another continuation there as well. Also a double page spread here. So there was quite a lot in that edition of Sounds. All of these 4 pages were of David Bowie. And now we're moving on here to November 1974. David Bowie remaking and remodelling. This is starting his Diamond Dogs Soul Tour sort of phase. Since these concerts inflated the usual price of tickets by at least 30%, it's hard to say Bowie was worth it, but he was. So that's quite a nice article. And over here, I believe that's Mr. Garson there, isn't it? looks like Matt Garson there. This is Bowie recording the album Young Americans. It's a bit of an early shot of him because it's March 75, he's just telling us about the new album, and they do a very brief interview with him as well. And here's his cover. And even though it's only a smaller picture, it's still a cover in my view. And Young Americans really starts to take off here. Bowie the film star, The Man Who Fell to Earth, American flag, and again over here is the article to accompany that, and it tells us about Stranger in a Strange Land as well. This is a sounds cover. Bowie switches on. The man with the stuffed monkey, ridiculous. What I did quite like was the black star down the bottom here. That's a bit weird, isn't it, considering it's all those years ago. Lengthy article, but again very interesting, and an interview with him, of course. And it continues over here with another black star, strangely, as well. So quite a lot of content. Now this here is a phonograph magazine, and it's American, and it's 30 cents. And this is from October 1972. This is pretty rare. I mean, it's got a lot of marks, unfortunately, down the edges, but it's very difficult to get a good copy of that because the paper quality is very poor. It's a bit like the Isolar programs that accompanied Bowie in 76 and 78. They were pretty poor paper content and really perished easily, and this is starting to here. But strangely, the inside article, which is this one, is almost in perfect condition. So this is the article that accompanies that, and it's about his gigs at the Rainbow in 1972, August 72. So a really good picture there. And it continues over here. I won't turn it round, but it continues over here with another few pages. Now in the 1970s, it might even have been late 60s, I can't really remember, there was a magazine, it was a hippie magazine, or a hippie newspaper called Friends, and that's how they spelt it, F-R-E-N-D-Z. It was very sort of an underground paper, a bit sexual, and strange content in some ways. Anything a bit weird and strange would go into Friends. Didn't have a massive circulation, so it was very difficult to get hold of. But this one in 1972 I have managed to get hold of. I've got a couple of Friends newspapers actually, and again this is about David Bowie. It's a review, and again it's of his Rainbow concerts in London, and that's quite a rare article, that one. So there's that one. And then I've got a Dutch magazine here, and this is May 1973. I can't read it to you because I can't read Dutch, but obviously it's about Bowie, and it's these three here. Then I thought, well, you might want to see, moving on a bit actually, to 1989, 1st of July, when Bowie appeared with Tin Machine at Newport Centre in Wales, and he was on the front cover there. This one, I can't see the date on this one, July the 3rd, this one. So this is a couple of days after the gigs, and they tell us what happened. Bowie surprised his fans because he walked through the centre of the fans, right up to Newport Centre, right through the front door, which took everybody by surprise. And on the back, there's a lot of Bowie, as you can see, lots of fans, and there's more content inside as well. This is the Argus from that day, the South Wales Argus from the 1st of July, and it's just saying he's in town and he's coming to you tonight, and that's that one. Again, these are pretty rare, and I also happen to know that South Wales Argus have destroyed all their archive, and I think I'm the only person with a contact sheet of that gig, because I sent for one at the time, I paid for it, and I think it's the only one in existence, so I've got every single photo taken at that gig. And he's on the back again with a variety of stories about him really, and looking at his guises over the years. And I had to end with this one. This is the most recent South Wales Argus. This is Thursday, January the 12th, 2017. And this is about the fanzine. So I thought you might want to see it. A reporter got in touch with me and wanted to know a bit about it, because he'd seen it around and about. And there it is. So that is the article from that day. And there's me, going back in time. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks everyone, bye.